racist.
Excited to be here and support trans rights.
Thank you everyone so much for coming out for Delco's second annual Trans March. I'm going to jump right into our program and start off by inviting one of our community activists, Jessie Callans, up to speak.
Hi, I'm Jessie Callans. I am an activist and an author that lives around here, and yeah, so I'm just going to speak. To be trans invisible right now is to not only be mistaken as a monolith for every trans person, but it is to also be perceived as available to absorb the confusion of every single person looking to judge without a desire for either understanding or acceptance. They will hurl the worst hurt that our white supremacist, colonist, patriarchal, capitalistic, whatever innately oppressive systems you want to blame, have weaponized against us. These systems harm all of us. They are in place to strangle the resources of the many, to continually benefit the few, and while it's bleeding dry, we're looking around at one another as we scramble to get what's left, pointing fingers at the starving for stealing from the hungry. It's sad, honestly. It's sad to be minimized to one of the least interesting parts of me. My transness doesn't impact the way I show up to shovel curbs after a snowstorm. It doesn't change the way I build community. It isn't any more defining than my experience with mental health, my parenthood, or my girlhood. We have always been here. Trans people have always fought, and we have always built community to uplift all of those punished by normative narratives. And there's no one path through life, and the sooner we develop a curiosity as to the path of others, the better. And if we don't listen to those who are different from us, then how can we ever understand the things that we're not? And if we never understand, then all that's left is that fear. So to quote Abdi Nazibian's Only This Beautiful Moment, each of us has a choice in this life between fear and curiosity. Which do you choose? Thank you. And now, I would like to introduce the amazing, the beautiful Philadelphia activist, Miayanna Brooks.
Good morning, Delco. Good morning. Good morning, Delco. Good morning. I don't need this. I'm from West Philadelphia. We know how to make it work, okay? First of all, if you're trans in the crowd, please make your way to the front. I want to see all the beautiful trans faces. So if you feel comfortable, make your way to the front because this is all for you. Come on. I want to see family. I had to write it out. I'm a woman of a certain age and I can't follow a screen anymore. So, all right, here we go. My name is Miayanna Brooks. I'm from West Philadelphia. I'm an activist, performer, community member, and proud Black trans woman of 21 years. I'm here to speak with you and encourage you as we continue to embark on our seems like never-ending fight for equality. So let's talk about trans strength in a time where you don't have the energy to be strong anymore. In a world of pure hate rising, so must we too. We must rise to be visible to the world that wants us to hide away. This time last year, I was here before many of you talking about how tired I was of always having to get back up and fight for our community when I thought we could finally take a rest. Ooh. But in the face of injustice, such as these stupid bathroom bills, our community being ousted from serving in the military, many losing their income, healthcare, and pension plans, such as in Kansas, trans individuals losing their right to drive overnight without any warning. And now this new bullshit of ICE stopping anyone suspected of being trans. they could detain you all of a sudden. Trans strength isn't allowing all this to deter you from staying visible and showing the next generation as our ancestors showed us. We shall not be compliant to what they say and how they think we should be. Now, I want to take a moment to talk to the allies that are sharing the space with us today. We need you now more than ever. If you are true allies, then be it at the polls, not just the clubs and the bars and where we're out having a kiki. Yes. Woo. We don't need allies in the dark. We need you in the light right in front of us, even where we're not in the room. You can't say you're an ally and not have our backs. You can't say you're an ally and take up space and then vote against our personal human rights when it comes time. Allyship isn't holding our hands in times of sorrow or passing us a drink. It is also standing up for us when we're not in the room. It's time for you to stand up and show that you truly love us in the light. Now, I want to leave y'all with some words of encouragement because yes, it's tiring to always have to keep fighting. But I want y'all to remember, as my good friend said earlier, Jess Callans, that trans is a small portion of who you are. You are so much more than that. Remind people that you deserve love, that you deserve equality, that you deserve everything that we are entitled to. But surround yourself with those that support you. Surround yourself with the love and laughter that helps you continue to get up day in and day out. And remember, if no one told you that they loved you today, know that you have a sister in Philadelphia who loves you, who is there for you. And I, as long as I have breath in my body, although I am tired and my bones sound like an attic in a haunted mansion, I will continue to fight for not only a better world, but an equal world. Thank you.
So just another round of applause for our speakers so far. Just really a great job. Thank you so much for coming out and joining us today. So, if you don't know who I am, my name is Kyle McIntyre. I'm Director of Operations and Programming at UDTJ. We're Delco's BIPOC, LGBTQ, and youth nonprofit. We're one of the hosts for the event today. Thank you. We're also the hosts or founders of Delco Pride, along with Upper W's Mural Arts Program, a lot of stuff. And basically, you know, we started off as an activist org back in 2020 as a Black Lives Matter org. So for us, protesting is in our blood, and frankly, I'm much more comfortable on this megaphone than I am on a microphone. So we are going to have a couple of additional speakers. Our agenda's a little bit out of order today, but before I do that, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for coming out. I know we just had a big, massive protest yesterday. It means a lot to see you all out here today. Protesting 2 days in a row isn't the funnest of things, but it's really important now more than ever before. So just give yourselves a round of applause and thank you so much for continuing to stand with our community. When I came here, or when we did this last year, I mentioned how it feels like we're always living in deja vu, right? Every single day, it's the same stuff over and over and over and over again. And unfortunately, it hasn't really changed that much. It continues to get worse and worse for our community. We see some successes here and there, but then setback after setback after setback. We are really proud of Pennsylvania for being able to hold the line as much as they have been able to. It has not been easy, frankly. If you know anything about our political situation in this state, it's not the easiest, but it really has taken a lot of effort to just hold the line. But there have been some positives. Here in Delaware County, like I said, this is our second year doing the Delco Trans March. There's not that many trans marches in this state. So we are making progress here. We are also, this is the second year that we are a safe haven for gender affirming care in Delaware County, outside of the city of Philadelphia. I think we're the only suburban county to be that still. And thanks to the county council and all the work that our elected officials have been doing. We're also still a sanctuary for LGBTQ community in general. Once again, another one of the few counties outside of Philadelphia that's trying to create and push those battle lines out of the city. I think for so long, Philadelphia's had to stand on its own, and that's just not the case anymore. We are all in this together, and so truly, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a great segue, because I'm now going to invite one of our state elected officials up to give a few words, State Senator Tim Kearney.
Hope everybody can hear me. Thank you, Kyle. My name's Tim. I represent the 26th district in the state senate for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and I am an ally. And have been for a very long time. It's the issues really revolve around an administration in Washington and Republicans in the state senate who basically want to define people as other. They want to say these people are not like us, and therefore we don't need to respect them. And I call bullshit on that. I constantly, I sit on the education committee. We argued, and I got to vote against the bill to ban trans athletes in high school sports. Another thing I thought was absolutely ridiculous and crazy. It's important that you understand that there are people in Harrisburg who are listening. There are people who are defending your rights, defending your ability to be you, who believe in the rights of privacy, who believe in things that we need to move forward as a society. Prior to this year, with everything happening this year, with the war, with what we're seeing from the Trump appointees, had to share the stage the other day at Delaware Community College with the Secretary of Labor. That was actually, she was difficult to talk to. That administration and the Senate Republicans are really trying to create this otherness about people that they think they can turn against them. And I think that's a winning strategy. And it's up to us to really show them that it's not. We have an opportunity this year coming up in elections to actually flip the Senate, for the Democrats to take control of the Senate for the first time since 1994. And that can happen, and then we can start to see, Kyle talked about the fact that we have sort of a bulwark in place that's able to keep these things from occurring on the state level, mostly because of the governor. The governor's, willingness to stand with us. We need to, we're only 2 seats short in the Senate, which is the closest we've ever been. And we need to do this in November. We need to get people out of the streets. And I know a lot of these people are in districts that already have Democratic representation. Delaware County, we only have 1 Republican serving the entire state house left. And hopefully that's going to change in November. Not to turn this into a political thing, but again, it's my pleasure to be here. It's my pleasure to stand with you. I will always stand with you as we kind of work through the work that we are going to do in Harrisburg. And I look forward to a place where we don't have a war going on in Iran. We don't have ICE in our streets. We don't have all the things that are promoting that otherness. And we need to talk about the things that bring us together and the things that make us all stronger. So thank you.
Thank you. Another round of applause to Tim Kearney, one of our state senators and one of our largest advocates for LGBTQ rights in general, but also trans rights in the state senate. And you're on the education committee, right? Yeah, so he has to deal with all of the anti-trans nonsense that comes up in the state senate. So thank you for staying strong, and thank you for all the work that you do. Moving right along, I'm going to invite up another state representative, Jen O'Mara, who's actually for this district right here.
Hello, everyone. It is so great to be here with you today and to be back in front of the courthouse 2 days in a row. So my name is Jen O'Mara, and I am a state representative here in Delaware County, and I represent media, Springfield, and some of the surrounding areas. And I do have a list in front of me of some of the good bills in Harrisburg that we have advanced in the House, because we have a 1-seat majority in the House, or hope to advance soon. This week, actually, we passed Malcolm Kenyatta's marriage equality bill, which was exciting. And I know his Fairness Act, we already passed it once, it's on the agenda again. And sadly, though, we still deal with the same issues that Tim faces in the state Senate. In fact, during my debate on my paid family leave bill this week, one of my Republican colleagues got up and made a completely out of order comment about why we are running that bill and not the bill to ban trans kids from playing sports. So I was going to talk about legislation, but as always, when I show up at these things, I kind of throw away what I plan to talk about and just talk from the heart. And when I was preparing this week, talking about my schedule to someone, I remember them asking why I was going to this event, and pointing out that this only impacts a small segment of my district. They were kind of being sarcastic, as you know. But I thought to myself, because I'm a student of history, and I understand that when communities go after one group, it's only a matter of time until they go after all of us. An attack on one of us is an attack on all of us. And I really fundamentally believe it's my job as a representative and as an elected official to show up for every single member of my community. There are also conversations that have stuck out with me since being elected, and one actually was before I got elected in 2018. I ended up on the phone with someone who had written my campaign account an email that they wanted to talk, and it was a 50-year-old individual in my district who was identifying as trans for the first time in their life, and they lived in a community where they felt scared. And I understand that because, you know, in my community just this week there were Nazi symbols up on a bank. Yeah, right across from a school, the school my kid go to. And he said, or they said, they felt very comfortable calling to talk to me because of the campaign that I was running in 2018. And I also, your comments today, you made me think about my college roommate. When I first got to college, I was kind of struggling. My dad had died just 4 years before that, and it was really traumatic. And I met someone, lived across from my dorm. We just kindred spirits. We connected right away. But they were really struggling with mental health issues, and by our second year when we were living in an apartment together, things got so bad that we ended up calling their parents to get help. And they ended up leaving college, and we lost touch for a long time. When I decided to run for office, though, you call everybody. And that was one of the people that I reached out to. And it was then that I learned that they had also identified as trans, and their life was completely different because they were able to be whole and they weren't stuck hiding. And we now keep in touch, and every once in a while I get a little message on Instagram with some love and a reminder that they're rooting for me from Brooklyn. And it just keeps me motivated on times when we're dealing with transphobia in the House of Representatives in 2026. So as we stand here under these banners recognizing America 250, know that I will continue being an ally for you in America as long as I'm an elected official, and I will not stop working until we make this country the place it can be, where everyone is free, regardless of who they are or who they love. Thank you for doing this and for showing up.
Thank you again, Jen, and thank you again so much to all of our speakers. The one thing I want to say, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say it, with the current political climate that we're in, with ICE terrorizing our community. I mean, I'm an elected official in Upper Darby, right? And so we've been on the front lines of dealing with immigration, terrorizing our community. And, we also recently saw in the news, right, that there was the high probability that they were going to start targeting our trans community with ICE. And we already know that ICE answers to nobody, right? They're just they're a personal military force of the president's political agenda. And so I think right now, what I think of most is how much work we have to do, but how proud I am that Delco, I can't say much about, the rest of this country, but at least here, we're doing everything we can, and I appreciate you all so much. And just know that we're going to be here every step of the way fighting, and I highly encourage you all to get involved in some way, shape, or form, especially with trans rights and trans advocacy specifically, because as Jen was saying, they always target the smallest population they can possibly target first. See how many people will sell out, how many people will offer them up in exchange for their own protections. However, the truth is, there is no protections. There's no negotiating with this. So I really do appreciate you all, and I'm gonna shut up now. So just to go over it a little quickly, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna march around the courthouse, and we are going to do some chants. We're gonna do a little bit of a practice round, okay? So repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
There you go. We don't need your permission.
We don't need your permission.
Who we are is our decision.
Who we are is our decision.
No erasure, no despair.
No erasure, no despair.
Trans people everywhere.
Trans people everywhere.
All right, I think you guys are ready. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna march out this way, and yes, let's march for trans rights. We don't need your permission.
We don't need your permission.
Who we are is our decision.
Who we are is our decision.
No erasure, no despair.
No erasure, no despair.
Trans people everywhere.
Trans people everywhere.
Liking posts will save a life.
Liking posts will save a life.
Get in the street and join the fight.
Get in the street and join the fight.
You don't know,
You don't care.
We'll control our healthcare.
It's just healthcare that we see. Politicians hear our voice.
We're not silent, we're not weak.
We're not silent, we're not weak.
It's just healthcare that we seek.
It's just healthcare that we see.
Politicians hear our voice.
Politicians hear our voice.
Let
Trans kids have a choice. No erasure, no despair. Trans people everywhere. We don't need your permission. Who we are is our decision.
Trans strong, trans free.
Trans strong, trans free.
Keep your laws off of me.
Keep your laws off of me.
You don't know, you don't care.
You don't know, you don't care. So why control our health care?
You hold it back, you turn your back
Hold it back and turn your back.
on every worker, queer and black.
Every worker, queer and black.
We're not silent, we're not weak.
We're not silent, we're not weak.
It's just healthcare that we seek.
It's just healthcare that we see.
We don't need your permission.
We don't need your permission.
Who we are is our decision.
Who we are is our decision.
Your fear is loud, but we are louder.
Fear is loud, but we are louder.
You'll regret this, you're a coward.
You'll regret this, you're a coward.
First they came for trans lives.
First they came for trans lives.
This is how your freedom dies.
This is how your freedom dies.
No compliance, no retreat.
No compliance, no retreat.
We will march in every street.
We will march in every street.
Trans strong, trans free.
Trans strong, trans free.
Keep your laws off of me.
Keep your laws off of me.
All right, give yourselves a round of applause. So at this point is where I would hand it off to Delaware County Council. But unfortunately they had to go, so I'm going to, on behalf of them, read the resolution really quickly, okay? Whereas Transgender Day TDOV is observed annually on March 31st to celebrate the lives, achievements, and contributions of transgender, non-binary, and gender-expansive individuals while raising awareness of the discrimination, violence, and systemic challenges they continue to face. Whereas TDOV was founded in 2009 by Rachel Crandall Crocker, a psychotherapist and transgender advocate who envisioned a day that would celebrate those who are thriving, contributing, and leading in their communities rather than focusing on the loss to violence. And whereas this annual observance provides a vital opportunity to uplift the voices, stories, and humanity of transgender people, especially in the face of intensifying legislative and social attacks that seek to undermine their basic rights, access to health care, and existence. And whereas transgender youth, like all youth, deserve the freedom to thrive in safe, supportive, and affirming communities where their identities are respected and their healthcare needs are met. And whereas media representation remains a critical tool in combating misinformation, reducing stigma, and authentic stories that center the lived experiences of transgender individuals are vital to build understanding, empathy, and an informed public dialogue. And whereas, despite the challenges of discrimination, poverty, and violence disproportionately affecting transgender women of color, transgender individuals continue to lead, organize, mentor, and contribute to every aspect of our shared civic life, including here in Delaware County. And whereas Delaware County honors the courage and resilience of the transgender community and stands in solidarity with the many organizations and advocates working to promote equity, visibility, and justice, including UDTJ, Free Mom Hugs, and the Borough of Media and allies across our community, now therefore it be resolved that we, the County Council of Delaware County, hereby celebrate and recognize March 31st, 2026 as Transgender Day of Visibility and affirm our commitment to creating a welcoming, inclusive, and supportive county for all residents, regardless of gender identity or expression. Now, for the rest of the program, I have one more speaker that's going to come up and talk to you all. One of our community activists. Wade.
Hello. My name is Wade. My pronouns are he, they. Thank you. We are and have been in a state of early genocide due to the bigoted rich men in power running this stolen nation. The Lemkin Institute for Genocide Prevention and Human Security has issued their third red flag alert for the U.S. transgender community just a few weeks ago on March 11th. Current Vice President J.D. Vance was groomed for this position of power by the Heritage Foundation, whose "Boo that man, absolutely, thank you!" Yes. Whose Project 2025 doctrine called for the eradication of transgenderism in America and is funded by Peter Thiel, whose Palantir Tech, "Boo that man too, absolutely!" Whose Palantir Tech has been responsible for the mass destruction and death of entire Palestinian bloodlines in the ongoing genocide of the Palestinian people. That same tech has come to roost here as our immigrant neighbors are being snatched off the streets by the cowardly masked Gestapo known as ICE. Boo them too, absolutely! Boom! Thank you. Throughout the last year, we have seen hatred, bigotry, and bootlicking fascist rhetoric run rampant across the nation. Seen our neighbors stolen, abused, tossed into concentration camps. We have seen over 20 of our neighbors killed by ICE, facing zero repercussions as they spout lies about the murdered being terrorists. The real terrorists, thank you. The real terrorists are those in power and those supporting fascism. From the senile baby rapist Trump down to the bootlicking ICE supporters in our own 99%. The true evil of this stolen nation lives in the rotten hearts and putrid souls of the Epstein class, the same vile cretins whose first started the trans people are hurting our kids projection onto Nazi message boards like 4chan. These disgusting, rich and powerful corporate shills love to sow division and hate, But we, as a community, as a nation, have begun to see past their lies and have risen on multiple occasions to stand by our neighbors. From the mass marches, autonomous actions, community trainings, rallying for the representatives that we elect and pay to represent us to do their goddamn jobs, all the way to laying down lives to fight against the machine. Community is power, safety, and resistance. We are all here today to stand with our trans siblings, just as we have stood with our immigrant siblings and our global siblings facing even worse persecution and torture. Community is what those elite fear. It's why they try so hard to divide the working class with racism, sexism, and bigotry. It's the very construct that will allow us to realize the only war is class war. The tool that will lead us to victory over the Heritage Foundation, the GOP, and the fascist regime. The big beautiful obituary is coming, and so is the fall of fascism on Turtle Island. We have the power, the numbers, the love, resilience, grief, and radical empathy that will turn the tides of this falling empire and create something so beautiful, so worthy of the next generation's inheritance. We, the people, must continue to fight for all people. See these divisive tactics and stomp them out. Rally together and force our elected officials to do the real work, to platform true representatives of all constituents so that there is no vote for a lesser evil in the future. We are a wild and unstoppable force for change, love, and good. We have the power to tear the institution down and build it back as one truly for the melting pot America proclaims to be. The Nazis lost in World War II, and they will lose again. Thank you. The People's Nuremberg trials will leave no room for an escape to Argentina. So I ask you again this year to stand with us, with immigrants, with BIPOC folks, with the disabled community, the broader LGBTQ community, with the homeless, with the youth, and with all people fighting for their right to live a happy, healthy life full of beauty. When we stand together, there is no stopping us. When we stand strong against the forces of pure evil trying to tear this country apart for a profit, we will prevail. Thank you.
I'm going to invite Anna Crusis Feminist Choir to come join us up here.
Together, okay?
Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Okay, this has let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go.
Fantastic, amazing, thank you all. You're beautiful.
All right, and this song is called Lead with Love. It's from singer-songwriter, activist Melanie DeMore, and I'll teach it to you.
You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love.
One foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. Look up ahead. The path is there. The path is there. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. I know you're scared. I know you're scared. And I'm scared too. And I'm scared too. But here I am. But here I am. Right next to you. Right next to you. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. And lead with love. And lead with love.
You sound fabulous. Lead with love, everybody.
Yeah.
And now we're going to introduce the Transcendent Choir of Philadelphia. Yeah?
Thank you so much for being here today. My name's Maya, and I'm the Artistic Director of the Transcendent Choir of Philadelphia. We're so happy to be here with you today. If you've not heard of us before, we are Philly's only trans-centered community choir, and we'd love to have you in our audience or singing up here with us someday soon.
We'll be while they're singing, we will be raising the trans flag. Okay?
I'm not a stranger.